Celebrating Tartan Day. April 6th is National Tartan Day in Scotland, and internationally it's usually known as Tartan Day. And I am one of millions of United States citizens who have Scottish heritage. I take what opportunities there are on special occasions, such as Tartan Day, to connect with my ancestors and to connect with all things Scottish. So I have brought some tartans on this Tartan Day. And why are tartans part of this day? Where actually in 1320, April 6, 1320, there was Scottish Independence Day back then. So if you've seen the Braveheart movie or read some of the books or the history or fictional tales going back to that time, you will know that Robert the Bruce became the King of Scotland, and it became its own nation for a time. So it is wonderful to be here celebrating Tartan Day, and if any of you have connections with Scotland, you live there, you're part of a Scottish clan, you have a Scottish symbol, something Scottish that you appreciate, I invite you to put it into the comments. And yes, the comment about the Declaration of Aberystwyth, if that's how you say it, that's what it was called. Supposedly one of my ancestors was part of that process way back when. And regardless of that, I find it a great time to connect with all things Scottish. So I have some tartans to show you. A tartan is a particular kind of weave, and they are associated with different family groups, also known as clans. Now, Highland clans is well known, but there were families in what's known as the lowlands as well. And this is the Macduff tartan, and according to family history, and I've done some research as well, my ancestry on my father's mother's side goes back to the Macduffs, and connected with that line is a particular kind of Macduff line, which is the Weems line. So I got these tartans when I was in Scotland for the first time in this life back in 1996. But I also have another tartan, actually it's an older design tartan, the McLaurin. And this too is on my father's side. I have Scottish ancestry on my father's side, my father's mother's side, and my mother's side. Don't know about my mother's father's side yet, but hope to find out more. In addition to working with tartans on Tartan Day, it's a really good time to connect with imagery. And the Scottish clan I'm most connected with actually is now a sept of another clan, but back in the Middle Ages, it was its own clan. Just had a lot of daughters, so when the daughters got married, the land got passed on to other clans. So I am descended from the Bissets, and they came over with William the Lion and had ancestral land up near Loch Ness. Why I show this symbol, I got it at a Scottish festival a few years ago, pre-pandemic, is that it includes an image that has been in my family multi-generations, and you will see there is a tree that's been cut down and it's springing new life. And there are different forms of the motto. The oldest form of the motto in my family line is reveriscit, which is Latin, meaning it grows green again and again and again. So since my earliest priestess days of connecting with the old ways of nature rooted in wisdom traditions across Europe and some other parts of the world, the idea of springing forth is not only woven into natural rhythms, but in particular, the image of a tree cut down, but still having life in it, has been personally significant and ancestrally connected and significant. And it also ties into what I see is a metaphor for contemporary paganism, for there have been attempts to suppress that over the last 1600 plus years. And yet the old pagan ways, the old nature ways are springing up again. But I also see the image of the resprouting cut-off oak as a symbol now for what humankind can do to bring about more sustainability on planet Earth. So April is not only a time to celebrate Scottish heritage. In addition to Tartan Day, some people celebrate the whole month of April as Scottish Heritage Month. But it's also a time for celebrating Earth Day, April 22nd, and days on and around it. And for some people, myself included, April is also Earth Month. So happy Tartan Day, happy Scottish Heritage Month, happy upcoming Earth Day and Earth Month. Happy spring for all of you in the Northern Hemisphere, and for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, happy autumn. We're having actually a bit of summer here in Wisconsin. It's 80 degrees Fahrenheit. What's right with this picture? Getting a hint of summer is really a wonderful thing. I am trying out this live stream at a place on our land where I live with my husband. And in the distance back there, you will see the forest of Circle Sanctuary Nature Preserve. Our land adjoins Circle Sanctuary Nature Preserve, and I've been looking for places where I can do live streams for Earth Month as well as Scottish Heritage Month. So I'm seeing by the comments that are coming in, and thank you for putting comments in and hearts and likes and all of that. That lets me know it's working from this location. So thank you all for watching, and many blessings to you. And one more thing before signing off. I have some friends that are a tribal Celtic rock band called Tuatha Dea, and they are releasing a song about a piece of Scottish heritage going way back then, back to the 1320 time, with Braveheart, with Robert the Bruce, and with Sir Douglas, also known as the Black Douglas. So I suggest that you go over to their Facebook page, Tuatha Dea, and see more information about how they're celebrating this Tartan Day with a release of a new song. So a shout out to all of you who have watched live, and to all of you who watch later. Yes, let me know if it's still working whenever you tune into it. And I wish you many blessings, bright blessings, whatever your heritage, or in my case, heritages, regardless of where you're living and what your spiritual, religious, and or philosophical orientation is. Be blessed and have a wonderful afternoon, evening, or morning, depending on where you are. Thanks for tuning in. Bright blessings.